Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm definitely not Vlad, and you're watching me pug my way to 3k rating on a Blood DK in Dragonflight Season 4. Except you're not. I will speak plainly, I'm not taking this DK to 3k rating. There are two main reasons why I'm not going to do this. The first one is that I'm not in a good spot mental health wise. I've been put on antidepressants and they're having unexpected side effects. And I do mean unexpected. There were expected side effects, but I'm not having those. I'm having different ones. So that's not great. And playing Blood DK is pretty stressful and I really don't need that right now. 2 globals worth of mistakes or using 1 cooldown when you shouldn't and you're probably going to die in your next pull. It's simple as that, really. Other tanks are much easier and much less stressful to play in my experience. So I just don't feel the need to keep doing this. The second reason is people don't seem to be that interested when the series keeps going for a long time. And I kind of get it because for the last like 300 rating or so, it's very, very boring and it's a lot of the same stuff over and over again. It's just like this time I'm doing Brackenhide level 13 instead of level 12 or whatever the heck. It's not exciting anymore. At this point in the series, I'm usually as geared as I'm going to get on the character and it's just, there's no real feeling of progression. It's just rinse, repeat until we hit the rating. So what I'm going to do in the future is I'm going to have shorter series by going for 2.5k rating and probably all of the portals. This is kind of the essence of 0 to hero, right? Like you go from making a new character to hitting hero or getting the season hero achievement, which is 2.5k rating. And each portal actually gives you a hero for that dungeon. So 0 to hero means getting all the portals and getting 2.5k rating. That's how I see it in my head, at least. Doing this should make series a lot shorter. It should show the full progression of a character, because once you get to 10, everything past that is pretty much the same shit. Unless you go into the really high keys where you start doing really advanced tactics, really aggressive pulls, crazy sort of routes. But that's not something I'm doing. I'm just doing pugs, right? You don't really do that stuff in pugs. Anyway, if you look at the top of the description of this video, you'll see a poll, or rather you'll see a link to a poll. In that poll, you get to choose which role I'm going to play in the next series. So will I be melee DPS, range DPS? Will I be a healer or a tank? Make sure you get your vote in so that you can choose what I play. That's how that works, yeah. Once that poll concludes, after a few days, I'm going to put out another poll where you get to choose which spec I get to play. The next video after this one will be coming out after a sort of week-long break or so. I'm going to keep doing some streams and stuff in the meantime, but for the most part, I don't think I'll be making videos. This is so that I get a little bit of a break, you guys get time to vote on the poll, and I get to level up whichever character I have to make for the series, because that does take me like a day or two to do, actually. But that being said, I do owe you one more run on Tyrannical with Uquatan, so let's get started. Before we do anything, I should go and check the vault. There could be something exciting in there, but with the bullion, it's hard to get excited about the vault because you're mostly just looking for like myth upgrades for your tier set items. All right, we do have myth boots here, but I don't really care about myth boots. A beacon, that's interesting. It's a veteran, never mind. Yeah, none of this is particularly exciting. I have awakened trinkets, I have crafted boots, and I have awakened weapons, so we're gonna go and grab 6 of these aspects token of merit, and we're gonna get some more sockets from the vendor over here. 1 socket, 2 sockets, there we go. Not sure yet what I'm gonna put them on. I don't have myth pieces that I would keep for the rest of the season, so I think I'm just gonna hold on to these. The crafted belt I have a socket on, and the Seal of Uranus Chosen I already have a socket on, because those I'm keeping for the rest of the season. Anyway, let's see what we're gonna do. Let's see what will give us the most rating. Probably doing a Neltharus. Ooh, no, doing an Oldemon might give us even more rating. Although Oldemon is a bullshit dungeon that they need to nerf into the ground. So I think I'm gonna do Neltharus instead because it's tyrannical. Although bolstering hunters, we'll see. Let's do a final Neltharus. Let's see if we can do a 12. I'd like to do a 12. And here we go with a plus 12 Neltharus to whet our appetite for the beginning of the Tyrannical week. I don't think I'm going to be doing much more on this character for a while because I just need a break from Blood DK. Hopefully we can make this work out quite nicely. Which means hopefully people don't rip aggro from me while I'm dragging these guys over. You have the 2 hunters. I really shouldn't be doing this myself. Somebody else should get them stunned, but okay, we made it work. That was kind of scary, but doesn't matter too much. Afflicted coming out. We do have a bunch of the spells available, so I don't have to worry about having to heal them myself. You have the 2 wardens and bolstering, so that means I'm not going to be like chaining pulls or anything stupid like that. That blazing slash really hurts. There we go. Now that he's dead, we're going to go over to the next group. I don't really like my pull here. There we go, we got Lahar into the group. That's always wonderful. Dancing Rune Weapon. Okay, Icebound Fortitude while I group into this next pull. Okay, taunt this guy. Somebody's going to stun it. There we go. Okay, now we look at Lahar. And we just DPS. A friend here is asking if it's a plus 12. It is. Because he has a bug in his WeakAuras, he can't tell. I don't know why he's bothering to ask at this point, but it is, yes, a 12. Maybe he thinks I'm tanking it wrong or something? I don't know, that's the first thing that came to my mind. Ooh, somebody got speared. They've released, doesn't make sense to do so. There's an Afflicted Soul on top of this guy. I would really like it if Lahar could just fall over so that I can move on to the next group. But he's 7%, 6%. I'm just going to start running towards the next group. And they can figure it out themselves. Now I have grippy hands and everything. I'm going to go ahead and try and pull all these hunters and whatnot. Using my cooldowns here as best I can. Need to use those death strikes as I keep grouping. Magma Fist is not interruptible. I don't know why I wasted my interrupt on it. This is a really big pull. But we have Dancing Rune Weapon coming up in a second here. I'm using AoE Somebody needs to do the stun. Somebody needs to do the stun at some point today. Somebody needs to go over to the stun, right click it. There we go. The Paladin decided to do so. Wonderful. Now we can actually do some extra damage here. Awesome. Very big pull, lots of, what are they called? Bowstrings that are going to be popped here. I'm going to use Icebound Fortitude here to make sure that we survive those bowstrings as they come in. Need to get some runic power generation going. One of the Afflicted went through. I'm wondering why my globals are so slow, but it's the Afflicted going through. I lost my thingy thing. Hunters are very beefy, very scary now. There we go. Please focus Afflicted. Okay, they were probably fighting for their lives, so they couldn't focus the Afflicted. One chain at a time, please. Help me break it. I can't death strike and kite. I'm trying to ask the group to help me break the chains. My guy's reloading right before the boss fight. That's okay. We're still waiting on the priest to come in. When I see him moving again, I'm going to... Yeah, he's moving again, so we're going to get started. Okay, there we go. Not off to a great start. I have basically no cooldowns, but by the time I need to use some cooldowns, I should be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and use my thingy thing with the stuffy stuff. What's it called? Vampiric Blood here, even though we're close to resetting our cooldown on Dancing Rune Weapon. And for Dancing Rune Weapon, I try to have something up, but we're gonna use our what's it called? Wait, did we already break one? Am I stupid? Where is one of the chains? We don't have 3 chains. We don't have 3 chains. Oh, okay. That's... Okay. I couldn't see one of the chains. I was so confused. What the heck? Was it broken that quickly? I guess it was. Okay, I know that they've changed some stuff about this boss. Is there now only 2 chains? Like the wrapper? I don't understand. I'm a little bit confused right now, and I think it's showing. But okay, I'll take it. I do have Vampiric Blood available, but I'm going to save it for the chains that are coming up in 5 seconds or so. I just want to have something. Actually, I'll use it now, and I have Icebound Fortitude for the chains. There's the Grounding Spirit. No, it's definitely going out on 3 people. I guess one person just broke it super quick. Yes, there's one. That's 2 seconds that it's going to take. I'm going to use Icebound Fortitude. There's the second one, and we're going to walk in and Death Strike. There we go. He's stunned now. We're using a CR to resurrect our healer. That's good. And I don't think he'll make it to the third one. Okay, if we can clear this easily, I'm fairly certain we can clear the rest of the dungeon, because this boss is kind of a pain in the ass. Unless they nerfed his damage. I know that they changed some things about, like, him not bugging out as much anymore. What they really needed to do was nerf the hunters in this dungeon, but that's just my 2 cents. But hey, I'm happy. If this makes it an easy run for me, I'm all for it. 8%, he's going to use thing. Don't break. Just kill. Just kill. Just stay on him and just kill him. Yep. Just kill him. Don't break the chains. Just kill him. Just kill the boss. No reason to suffer through the damage of the chains. There you go. Okay, cool. Our healer might need a drink. I'm gonna go ahead and do a... I probably shouldn't do a big old pull. Because there's a couple of hunters here that were up to no good, and then we also have the misfortune of it being a bolstering week. We got our chains out. We'll just do this, and this will be a plentiful pull. The next one I do is I'm going to pull the rest of pretty much this room. You see, even on Fortified, people are just suffering from that bleed when the hunters jump on them. It's kind of stupid, really. That's why I think the hunters need to be nerfed. It's like it's always fortified for the hunters. Look at that damage. Look at that. That's so stupid. Anyway. Another set of afflicted. I don't have to worry about that too much because I am a DK and there's 4 people in the dungeon that can take care of it. I'm just trying to gather everything up now. Grippy hands should take care of that for me. Grabbing the birdies. Blood boiling. There we go. And we are now ready for combat. We're going to grip this and taunt this and hit this guy and AoE CC and ping the chains. Actually, I can just use the chains. Fuck it. Okay, there we go. And they should all die fairly safely. There's no there's one hunter here. Sorry, my apologies. So it shouldn't be too dangerous. Just the one hunter. There's a bleed on the healer. Healer is struggling, but managing to get through. Mending Clay got interrupted by someone. It wasn't me. No, I'm the one fighting for dear life. Okay, we made it through. 2 afflicted spawning behind us. Doesn't matter too much. Blessing of freedom from the paladin, giving me some movement speed. I can appreciate that. I am a slow as hell DK. After all, now we have a Death's Advance to keep us going. I am so happy that it's not the Tornado affix anymore. And Storming, or whatever the heck. Oh, I do not miss it. It's not like a huge deal, but it can be so painfully annoying. Really, truly. We're gonna fight on the stairs. Tombstone. We're gonna do some interrupts here. There's a blinding light from the paladin. This paladin's great. I'm loving this. AoE CC from yours truly to prevent some of those casts. We're gonna move a little bit upstairs here. Put all these guys on the stairs. Reason I moved was because of these little lava pools from the lava bearer. Don't want to have to deal with that. We're gonna go ahead and interrupt the iron torch. Lots of stacks of bolstering now. 4 stacks of bolstering from the little melt guys, the lava flares. But we should be fine. I'm going to start moving towards the next group. I don't want to pull them until those guys are dead. They are dead, so we are good. Drop a D&D. I'm going to go ahead and use Grippy Hands here. Probably would have been better off using that in the next pull. But oh well. To be safe with the count, I'm going to go ahead and pull the Commander because it's not a fortified week, so I don't really mind pulling the Commander. That's a good knockback right there. I don't have my AoE CC, but I do have my Death Grip, so I can interrupt the Bone Splitters when they do their thing, when they try to use the Bone Spear or Dragon Bone Axe thing. There it is. Dragon Bone Axe. We want to interrupt that because it hurts even on whatchamacallits. Even on Tyrannical, it's a bit of a painful one. We're going to grip this, keep things nice and smooth. Okay, these guys are just about dead, so I'm going to ping these guys and this guy just so people know what I'm pulling. Hit this, drop a D&D on this guy. Focus this if possible. I really need aggro on that guy. I'm going to grip him so I get aggro. People started hitting them when I didn't really have much aggro on them. That's my bad. I should focus on the aggro, make sure that I don't make any mistakes there, but it worked out in the end. Just watch for the swirlies. Once I see a bunch of lava on the ground, that's when I'll move. Well, maybe I should move now, because there's a bunch of lava on the ground. But it's working out. The commander is being killed first, so he won't be bolstered, which means that there won't be that much damage going in onto the rest of the group. Within 30 seconds, I'll have my grippy hands again. Once I have grippy hands again, all is well. I can do the next pull. I think I won't be able to use it in the next pull, unless I use it in mid-next pull. I don't want to grab these two guys and bolster the next group, so I can't really chain much. If it wasn't bolstering, I'd probably be chaining here. Okay. Hit these guys. Include these. Really hoping I can get aggro here. Taunt. There we go. Forge Stomp coming through. And we're going to use Grippy Hands mid-pull here. AoE CC because I see a bunch of stuff being cast. Scorching Breath means I just need to move. We're going to interrupt one of these melts. A stun came through as well as a knock-up. Very good group. I'm really enjoying the amount of CC they're bringing to the table. Especially considering it's just tyrannical, so they don't have to... Oh, wait. What the heck? What? Something almost killed me there. I wasn't paying attention. Maybe I didn't have my bone shield charges or something. I guess the blacksmith hurts more than I expected him to. Okay, anyway, moving on to the next group. We're going to go ahead and drop a D&D here. Blood boil this, use this, and grip this guy. There we go. Oh, I dropped the D&D over there. That's not what I really wanted to do, but okay, we'll make it work. Looking for a bunch of casts for me to use my AoE CC on. We're going to taunt that guy because he started running at my friends. 2 casts went out on the priest. That really hurt the priest, but he managed to survive. I'm going to use anti-magic shield because I believe I'm getting hit by a lot of magic damage here. Two afflicted coming out. Healer went down. We need to CR the healer, so I'm going to go ahead and do so as I'm feeling safe at the moment. Healer should take the CR. We really shouldn't be messing around here. Dragonbone Axe means a death grip to interrupt it. Please take the CR, unless we plan on surviving someone with a rest surviving, which literally anyone other than me would be what I'm talking about. Looks like we're trying to survive. Oh, no. They said keep CR. But I guess he still took it, after all. And there's the blacksmith. Cool. I'm gonna jump down and eat, I guess. Actually, my food buff is still there. I haven't died. I'm a little bit confused right now because people went down. I guess I overpulled. Maybe I should have paid more attention to interrupting than pulling, but that's my bad. The usual, I guess. The Vlad special. We have Bloodlust available for this. It looks like we're going to use it. I'm going to use my offensive cooldowns then. Make sure we're blasting the boss with everything we've got. I do still have anti-magic zone. I'm going to move a little bit like this so I don't get hit by those swirlies. Heated swings coming through. We're going to move out of this immediately. Oh, we're pulling some friends there. We have Blood Boil available for that. Okay. Ooh, this is going to be a little bit rough, but we'll make it work. I'll put focus on one of them. I'll use anti-magic shell here. Anti-magic zone over here for people to play in. AoE CC because 2 people are casting at the same one. Blazing Aegis coming through. I got to look for the swirlies now. Swirlies look good. We have no CR available for our healer here. I think this is a reset. Yep. We got a reset here. I don't know who pulled those, but I know for a fact you can fight this whole boss fight without that happening, so that was a rough one. Let's get going. Healer says, my bad. You can't see it behind my face. Now you can see it. They say, my bad on aggro. Yeah, so it looks like it was the healer that pulled them. That's okay, no big deal. We can take a little shortcut over here because there's no mobs that we can aggro through here. Just really got to be careful not to pull this stuff. The healer has never done this boss without the packs being cleared. Oh well. I don't remember if we've killed them or not, so maybe we're now doing it without the pack. The Paladin says the key is over. I disagree. I think we have enough DPS to do this regardless. This run back though, really, really bad. I don't know. I didn't expect us to pull that pack. That's my bad. For future reference, I think I'll pull that pack and skip the commander. Probably better off doing it that way. People don't like pulling the commander, although on Tyrannical he's kind of easy %. It's just the blacksmith this time around. We've killed the 2 melt, so hopefully it makes it harder for the group to pull just the blacksmith. We do need to kind of focus up. Alright, let's do this. Still timeable in my opinion. We'll see how it works out. Just need the healer to pump HPS whenever this stuff comes up. See how the swirlies go. I don't need to move for anything. Gonna get knocked back here. Didn't even feel it. Easy mode. Drop a D&D here. Now we gotta avoid the swirlies. He's coming back in. Gonna do anti-magic zone over here. Hopefully people can make some use of it. I couldn't check if there were a bunch of people there or not. Blazing Aegis coming through. I'm just gonna move a little bit like this. That's another person dead. Come on guys, we know when the damage happens. We can avoid this. Okay. Still think it's timeable, honestly. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. A little bit bumpy with the DPS now, considering that we've lost 1 person. We use movement speed to make sure I don't stand in that. Group is starting to argue, which is never a good sign. I've had a group brick a key on this boss before because they started arguing, so I that's a throwback to the Visa series. And there's the swings. I need heals. Help your tank. Oh man, playing Blood DK feels like shit. I really don't like it. Oh man. I hate to say I need heals as a Blood DK, but sometimes you just need a little bit of help. I'm gonna get knocked back here in a little bit. I'm gonna use what's it called, Icebound Fortitude, to make sure I don't kick the bucket here. Boss is almost dead. This was a lot slower because we lost a person early on. I don't know if it was to an HPS issue or a mispositioning issue. Healer thinks it's a mispositioning issue, and the priest of course thinks it's an HPS issue, so I don't know what to tell you. Blazing Aegis is going out. I have anti-magic shell for the heated swings. There's the heated swings. Anti-magic shell is being employed. He should be dead here in a moment. We still have the elephant in 11 minutes. I don't know if that's really doable. I also don't know why we just rezzed this priest when he could release and we just have to go there anyway where he was releasing, so I'm a little bit confused. He could have also gotten a food buff, but we're too busy typing and being salty to actually do something that makes sense. So 10 minutes 40 seconds for a wing of the dungeon and 2 bosses and a good chunk of trash. This is looking a little bit iffy because of the run back to the Forge Master. That was the tricky part. Getting some movement speed buffs. Druid is allergic to using the Stampeding Roar, so we're not getting any of that. Grippy hands. We need to do big pulls if we want to make this work, so we're going to go ahead and do big pulls here. I want this guy on me immediately, and these guys I want on me once they move away far enough from the rest of the trash. Okay, blood boil on them. There we go. Kick that molten core, otherwise we're gonna wipe. Okay, big knockback. Grip that molten core. Looking for another one here. Icebound Fortitude because I don't feel safe. Okay, a molten core got interrupted. I have an interrupt for the next one. Anti-magic shell. I believe there's some magic damage here. Really need that interrupted. People are not respecting it. Okay, come on. A little bit more DPS and we're donezo here. Want to get out of that big slam. Very good. We're almost done. I can just survive these spine crushers and then we're all donezo. Okay. Now, one more pull and we're at the next boss. Very good. He healed himself. Don't worry. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Blood boil here. Drop the D&D on these guys. Anti-magic shell, tombstone, into some death strikes. Kick that molten core, grip this. And we need more stacks. I'm going to use all my cooldowns here and make sure I survive this. If I do, we might just be able to time this. You'll see me like sitting up because I'm trying to focus. I don't know, that's my focus stance. Alright, we killed this Thaumaturge and I'm pretty sure we're home free as far as the pull is concerned. Okay, good. These guys are now real big. I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to actually just slow them down and go ahead and kite them. What are they going to do? Reach me? I don't think so. Right. We're getting some movement speed finally. There's no critters or anything for me to hit, unfortunately, so I can't get my bone shield charges to stick, but that's okay. We pull the boss immediately. Hopefully we don't have any mistakes here. Grippy hands. And let's see how this goes. There's the charge all the way across the room. Not ideal, but we'll make it work. We're going to fight over here where I dropped the D&D. There's unfortunately a lava pool right there, so I'm going to have to move the boss just a little bit more. Volatile mutation coming out, which means I'm going to go ahead and use my anti-magic shell to prevent the dot from being applied to me. The frontal's going on me. I'm okay with that. I don't care. Better me than the DPS, you know what I mean? Another blazing charge. We got to look for the pools. Here is a parting. I'm going to move to over here. Looking for any swirlies, potentially. Dropping lava on top of the boss. Lava spray on me again. Again, I'm okay with that. Rather me than a DPS. Volatile mutation. People surviving. That's good. The dot not being that scary. We rush across the room there. And we're going to take the boss back over here. Okay, there we go. Healer getting smacked by that. Okay. There's lava right on top of the boss. I don't like that. The camera is the worst part of this boss fight. Again, anti-magic shell. Prevent the dot from being applied to me. It doesn't make a huge difference because I can like easily survive the damage from the dot. But still. I need to move a little bit faster. This priest just keeps dying. That's the healer dead. Healer's being resurrected. A little bit of a rough one now. 27% with 1 DPS down. No CRs. We've used the CR on the healer. Another blazing charge. Gonna try and position the boss away from lava again. I'm gonna move this way because I don't want that frontal to hit anyone else. I gotta move the boss out of the lava, so there's a lot of unwanted movement here for the DPS, but I'd rather not have the boss in lava, as I keep mentioning. 12% left on the boss. Volatile mutation coming through. People hurting pretty bad. There's a blazing charge. Lots of lava gonna come out now. Nope, not as much as I expected. This should be the boss dead here now. This is the final one. Go ahead and fall over, you giant elephant. 4 minutes 28 seconds. There's just no chance for doing this dungeon on time. That's unfortunate, but that just goes to show you can try your best and still fail. There we go. Looks like people want to leave. The paladin wants to leave because the key is basically bricked. They want to finish, so I don't want to disappoint them. We'll go ahead and we'll finish the key. Lay on hands coming through. Needed to use more defensives while I was walking into that. Walked into that like an idiot. Using movement speed so I don't get knocked back. The group's having a hard time surviving the Trash's AoE. Just don't think we were very focused on it. It looks like we're going for a finish, and I'm okay with that. That's fine. I don't mind. The priest is doing an interesting amount of DPS on this pull, and I'm not sure why. Something might not be to their liking. For fortified key, the trash has taken an awfully long time to die. We still don't even have percent once we pull all of these guys, so that's going to be very interesting. I'm going to kick the first lava bolt that comes out here. There it is. We need a death strike, and now grippy hands, drop a D&D. Go big? I guess we can go big, yeah, sure. I'll do that. I'm going to use a movement speed ability here. Lava bolt coming out. I'm going to Icebound Fortitude just to reduce that damage being done. We're going to kick the Molten Army. Regain aggro on these little Molten spawns. Need someone else to kick the other Molten Army. They did. We blood boil the other spawn. Make sure we have aggro on it. And I'm slowly running out of defensives here. I need to make sure that my Death Strikes go off as well the way I want them to. Very good. I'm in a lot of trouble here, but should be able to survive. Anti-magic shell. Okay, we made it work. We made it work. Percent. Oh, we did get percent. I didn't think we could do 10% there. Go DPS. There's no chance we're killing this in 1 minute 30. There's just no chance. I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked. Let me put it that way. Need to go pick up these. The DPS, or the range DPS, probably hate me right now, but that's... I don't care. Burning Ember coming out. We're going to slow it down with a Chains of Ice. I think this key boils down to me over pulling near the Forge Master. No, actually, no. That wasn't an overpull on my end. It was the healer who pulled trash during the boss fight that murdered us. Okay. Oh, cool. So it's not my fault. I don't care then. We can brick it. I don't mind bricking it as long as it's not my fault. After this, I'm finally free of trying to push the 3K rating, and it feels good, honestly. I'm kind of happy about it. I'm looking forward to the next series, so you guys make sure that you go and vote in the poll that's at the top of the description. I'd love to know what you guys want me to play. The shield's coming out. I don't have an item to use on it, so I'm just gonna beat the shit out of the shield as best I can. There we go. We're going to slow this pursuit down, or the Ember, I guess I'm slowing down, not the pursuit. Or I guess both. And we're going to Chains of Ice it again. We're going to grab another one of these. We're very close to actually timing it, honestly. We were maybe like a minute off, I would say. So for sure, if we hadn't wiped on the Forge Master, we would have been fine here. We're going to go ahead and CR our friend. I can't reach the Ember to put a slow on it. There we go. Now I can. Molten Gold going out on our healer. And then after that is a shield. The Magma Shield is coming through. I have the thing I can just throw at it. There we go. It's already been stunned. Tombstone while it's stunned. Let's try and get that extra damage in. Should have used Vampiric Blood before using Tombstone. But oh well. Unfortunate. Slow this down. Healer's dead again, probably to the pursuit. reaching it because we're not switching to the Ember at all. We're just focusing down the boss. And there we go. We have a CR available for them because I managed to get in the last global of the run. I hit a Heart Strike just so that I can make sure that I have enough runic power to give a CR to our healer. We got Forge Master's grips, which are hero. We're going to see if the Paladin wants these gloves. No, he has hero gloves, so we don't need to give them to him. We're just going to peace out. 1 minute, 11 seconds over the duration of the key. We could have definitely done this if it wasn't for the healer's accidental pull during the Forge Master. This is a lesson to me, though, to not to take care of the trash around the Forge Master, unless it's an irrelevant key where the trash doesn't, like, if it gets pulled, it doesn't even matter, you're still gonna clear it. It's probably for the best if you don't leave that trash around. I don't know if that sentence made sense. Anyway, if it's a low key, you can just pull the trash with the boss, who cares? But in higher keys, maybe it's just the best to not risk it unless you can trust your players not to run into the enemies. But that is it for the DK. I think we didn't even get any rating. Yeah, we didn't even get any rating from that. So we're going to end the rating, or the season, on this DK with 2,903 rating. I think that's okay. I tried to get some more rating in a stream yesterday before the reset. I did 3 keys, bricked all 3 of them. It was very, very unsatisfying to play, and I think that was what pushed me over the edge about abandoning the DK. But yes, again, please make sure you go into the description of the video. At the top of the description is a link. Click on the link. That'll take you to a poll. In that poll, you can vote for which role I play next. Will it be melee DPS, ranged DPS, a healer, or a tank? After a few days, I'll conclude that poll and we'll take a look at which spec we should play once we have a role. But that's pretty much it for this series. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, let me know what you liked about it in a comment down below. If you had fun with the series, make sure you subscribe because there's more series coming. And if you're feeling particularly generous, you can become a channel member. Channel members have guaranteed replies to their comments and they get nice little shout outs at the beginning of videos. If you want more D&V content, you can always check out the stream. And if you can't make it to the stream, you can always check out Definitely Not VODs for the VODs. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next series. And now the final long stare of this series into the camera while I keep getting my mouse stuck while I try to rotate this camera around my character.